Welcome to another lesson in Tech with Timothy. Today, we're going to learn how to set up iOS 15.1 and how to back up your iOS device to your PC just in case you have issues down the road.
So the very first thing that we need to do in order to back up the iPhone to the computer is to open up iTunes, and so I will do that now.
Alt-T. Windows T. Leaving menus. Folder view list view. Timothy Jones. 1 of 29. To move to an item, press the arrow keys. Folder view list view. Timothy Jones. 1 of 29. To move to items, use the arrow keys. To edit the selected item, press F2.
And I'll slow this speech down for y'all's benefits.
Slower, 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 slower.
That should be good.
iTunes. 12 of 29. Enter. iTunes. Table.
Alrighty. Now that iTunes is open, I'm going to reach over here and grab my handy iPhone charging cord and hold it up to the camera so that those of you who are sighted can see it. For those who are blind, I'm going to just tell you this is the old style charger. I do have a USB-C charger as well, but in the case of doing this on the computer, you've got to have access to the old style, the great big rectangular shaped USB plug, because the newer style ones will not work on your computer unless you have a USB-C port. And this particular tower that I'm using for this demo does not. So the next thing we have to do is take the phone out. And I have an iPhone 12 mini here with a Defender Series OtterBox on it. So I just now pulled off the plastic covering that goes over the screen. And then I'll simply wake the phone up because iPhone 12 minis don't have a home button, as you can see on the camera. So I'll just simply touch the screen.
4:55 p.m.
There we go. And I'm going to slow this down to
Characters, words, speaking rate, 50%.
And then to unlock the phone, I simply turn it toward my face. You hear the little
4:56 p.m.
You hear the little noise. That means it's unlocked. And then I swipe up till I hear 2 clicks.
Now, 87 unread emails. Double tap to open.
There we go. So now we are on the home screen and we're ready to connect. So I'm going to pull open the plug on the phone and stick the cord in the little place where you stick your charging cords. And it kind of clicks in place. And then I'm going to set my phone down on the desk. And I'll open up my tower cabinet so that we have access to the front of the tower. And there's 2 USB ports on the front here, so I'm just going to stick it in one of those. And there we have our
iTunes dialog. A new iPhone software version 15.1 is available for the iPhone. Timothy's iPhone. Would you like to download it and update your iPhone now? iTunes will verify the software update with Apple. Download and update button. To activate, press spacebar. New notification.
So yes, you can actually update your software using iTunes if you would rather. I'm going to do it the old school way, using the iOS. Well, actually, this is probably the old school way. I'm going to do it the modern way, which is to just simply download it using the iPhone. And when I get to that process, I might go ahead and leave the phone connected to the computer just so that it has power, because this is a monstrously big update. But what we're actually going to do on the computer right now is a safety precaution. Upgrading to a new iOS operating system on your phone is about as big as upgrading to a new operating system on your computer. And the one thing you want to make sure of is that you have a backup in place in case something goes wrong, so you can return to your previous state. And the iPhone will allow you to store a backup on your computer. And so that's what we are going to do right now. So I'm going to tell this dialog no, and we will continue.
Download only button. To cancel button. To activate, press spacebar. Alt plus C. Do not ask me again. Checkbox not checked. Download and update button. Do not cancel button.
Looks like the only option is to cancel, so I will hit that.
Enter. iTunes. Table.
Now, currently, as those of you who are sighted can see on the screen, we are in my music collection, and if you would, please disregard the background music we're getting. While we're on that subject, my clock is chiming out that it's 5 o'clock, so we're getting a little bit of Liszt's Liebestrom while we work on this. So we will go to the search. I will press Shift F6 to get us into the search box.
Shift F6. Library sidebar tree view. To move through or expand items, use the arrow keys.
Okay. And then I'm going to tab a few times.
Library sidebar. Library. Edit button. To activate, press spacebar. Devices. Hide button. Music playlist button. Hide button. Table.
Okay, let's try that again.
Shift F6. Library sidebar tree view.
I should have I should have done this keystroke twice.
Shift F6. Edit. Type in text.
Now we're in the search box. It didn't say search box, but I've learned iTunes well enough to know that even though JAWS isn't being nice to me, this is the search box. And Lord willing, in the future, I might be able to purchase the scripts from Harch and Consultancy, which will hopefully make iTunes run a little bit smoother with JAWS. But for now, I'll tab twice.
Search options. iTunes. Music button. To activate, press spacebar.
Okay, so now we're on the music button. We're going to tab again.
iPhone button. To activate, press space.
That's the one we want. Spacebar.
Space. Back button. To activate, press spacebar.
Now, the next thing we need to do is look for the backup option.
Timothy's iPhone radio button checked. To change the selection, press up or down arrow.
And if I remember correctly, it's right on this main screen.
Timothy's iPhone edit. Type in text. Eject button. 256 gigabytes graphic. Battery. 59% charging. Device sidebar tree view. To move through or expand items, use the arrow keys. iPhone 12 mini. Capacity. 238.30 gigabytes. iOS 14.8 button. Phone number 1. Phone number 1. Phone number. A newer version of the iPhone. Serial number. Update button. Restore iPhone button. Backups. Automatically backup. Manually backup and restore. iCloud radio button I check. Manually backup your iPhone to this computer or store a backup stored on this computer.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting into the territory we want.
Backup the most important data on your iPhone to iCloud. This computer radio button checked. To change backup now button. To activate, press spacebar.
This computer selected. I'm going to press enter on backup now.
Enter. iTunes. iTunes dialog. Do you want backups of Timothy's iPhone to be encrypted? If you proceed without encryption, the backups will not include sensitive data. Restoring a device from a backup will result in loss of your saved passwords, health, and HomeKit data. Encrypt backups button. To activate iTunes dialog. iTunes. Do you want...
All right, so let's read this again a little bit slower. So it's saying, do you want backups of Timothy's iPhone to be encrypted? If you proceed without encryption, the backups will not include sensitive data. Restoring a device from a backup will result in loss of your saved passwords, health, and HomeKit data. And yes, we do want to encrypt this backup. And so I'm going to select that option.
Don't encrypt button. Learn more button. Do not warn me again checkbox. Encrypt backups button. Do not warn me again checkbox not checked. To check. Encrypt backups button. Space. Set password dialog. Enter a password to protect your iPhone backup. Password edit.
Now I saved a password from the last time I did an iPhone backup in a Word file in my personal documents collection. So I'm just going to go look that up off camera and copy the data from that. And when I get through doing that, I'll come back, we'll paste it in, and continue.
Meeting controls. To Alt P. This meeting. Leaving iTunes. Set password dialog. Enter a password to protect your iPhone backup.
Okay, so I've got the password in my clipboard now, so we're just going to press Control V.
Pasted from clipboard.
Paste it in. And all the characters are there, so that's good. We'll tab.
Verify password. Password edit. Type in text. Computer
And
Braille.
it's asking me to verify, so we'll
Pasted from
paste it
clipboard.
again. And then
Set password button. To activate, press spacebar.
press in space on
Space.
set password.
Alert. Enter passcode. Enter iPhone passcode. Enter iPhone passcode. Passcode.
And now I have to enter my iPhone passcode as an extra layer of security, so we'll do that off camera. That is, if I can allow JAWS to let me get back to Zoom. Doesn't look like JAWS is going to allow it, so I'm going to have to just turn my volume way, way down.
QW.
JAWS.
Secure text field. Passcode field. Enter iPhone passcode. Enter iPhone passcode.
Menu. Meeting controls. To move through items, press up or down arrow. Leaving menus. JAWS updates available dialog. Do you want to No button. Space. To
I'll do the JAWS updates later on. I'm going to go ahead and tap on Done, which is in the bottom right corner of the screen.
Done. Mail. 87 unread emails. Double tap to open.
And now the backup should commit. Let's go check, make sure.
Meeting controls. Zoom. Zoom. iTunes. To move to an item, press the arrow keys. iTunes. iTunes. Volume left right. LCD section. Stop button. To activate, press spacebar. Backing up Timothy's iPhone.
And yes, my phone is being backed up. So this may take a little while. And probably, since I have the ability to pause the recording, I'm going to do so until it is done. And then we'll come back and show you what happens next.
Zoom. Meeting controls. iTunes. iTunes.
All right, so the backup is now finished. So the next step is to go ahead and eject the iPhone and then begin the software update process.
Option. Automatically sync when this iPhone is connected. Checked bar.
I'm going to shift F6 to get there faster.
F6. Edit. F6. 256. F6. Battery. 64% charging. 200. Eject. Timothy. Eject button.
There it is. I shift tabbed a few times and we're on the eject button now.
Space. To check, press spacebar.
And supposedly the phone has been ejected. My JAWS speech has been lost. JAWS and iTunes don't seem to get along too well with the current versions. So I am attempting to restart JAWS to make sure that it is absolutely safe to unplug my iPhone. I don't think anything major would happen if I pulled the plug right now, but better to be safe than sorry. I think I'll just have to use narrator. JAWS won't talk to me.
Narrator dialog. Meeting Zoom. Meeting iTunes. Last 3 months. Data. Library sidebar. Hide. Data grid. Last. Data grid. Library. Data grid. Library. Search. Search up. Music. Library.
Yeah, it's disconnected. We can pull it out.
Exiting narrator. Starting narrate.
And now I'm going to use narrator to try to relaunch JAWS.
Control. JAWS. Narrator dialog.
JAWS.
Okay.
Narrator. Control
Exiting
Windows.
narrator.
Enter. Desktop. Folder. iTunes. To move to an item, press the arrow.
Alrighty, and now we're done with iTunes, so we can go ahead and close this with Alt F4.
Alt F4. To change the selection, press up or down arrow. JAWS updates available. No but space.
And we're not going to do JAWS updates yet. That's for another video.
Task switching. Meeting controls.
So I'm going to pause this recording again and prepare my phone for software updates.
This meeting.
All right, so now that the phone has been disconnected from the computer and iTunes is closed and the backup is preserved, we are ready now to commence the update to iOS 15. And during the time that I actually disconnected the phone earlier, I allowed it to charge a little bit more to make sure my battery would be full for this update. So I'm going to unlock the phone now, and it is unlocked already. I forgot that I actually unlocked it off camera. And my battery's at 82%, so let's slow the speech down again. I sped it up a little earlier while I was working. 50%. Okay, so on a previous video, I showed you on a screen share how to upgrade to a new version of iOS if you're just upgrading to a patched version, like say 14.7 to 14.8, something like that. Well, upgrading to a new operating system entirely, like going to from iOS 14 to 15, is done in exactly the same way. The only difference really is that there's a few more setup instructions you have to follow, just like there is when you first install Windows on a new computer. You have a few setup things to do over there as well. And hopefully in the future we'll be able to make a video of how you set up Windows from scratch. And so I've already done a video on setting up iOS from scratch. This is not quite as involved. VoiceOver will not be turned off, thank goodness, during this upgrade, but it will require me to go through a brief setup wizard when the restart happens. And this time we are going to show what happens after the reboot, and that's why I have decided to make this video using my computer instead of doing a screen share on the phone. So that way we can continue it even after the phone restarts. And unfortunately for viewers watching this video, I'm afraid that you're not going to be able to get much out of this part, because I will not be able to show necessarily what's happening on the phone very clearly through the camera. But I'll keep the volume turned up nice and loud so you can hear what VoiceOver is saying. And since these videos are done for a blindness perspective anyway, it will probably not matter that much in the long run, because there's always plenty of other videos out there that other YouTubers have done that will show you the same process from a sighted person's perspective. So with that all in mind, let's go to Settings.
Settings, one new item. Double tap to open. Settings.
And it said one new item because it's letting me know that there's a software update available.
Timothy Jones, Apple ID, iCloud, Media and Purchases, button.
So that's the first option right below the search field.
Software update available, button.
And there it is, software update available. So let's speed things up by just double tapping this.
Screen curtain on. Screen curtain off.
Okay, I'll keep my screen curtain off just so you can see, but I don't expect you to see much of the screen during this process.
Automatic updates off, button.
I temporarily turned those features off so that iOS wouldn't do the major upgrade overnight, and which would render it impossible for me to do a presentation like this. So the first thing I want to go ahead and do is turn those features back on. So I'm going to double tap here.
Download iOS updates off. On.
We'll turn that on.
Install iOS updates off.
And then we'll turn that on too.
Automatically install software updates overnight after they have been downloaded. You will receive a notification before updates are installed. Your iPhone must be charging and connected to Wi-Fi to complete the update.
And there goes my clock again for a new hour Obviously, it's been some time since we last turned the camera off.
Automatically install download iOS updates.
So the next thing we're going to do is go to the top of the screen and press the back button.
Software update, back button. Software. Automatic updates, off.
And that has taken us back to the previous screen where we had the automatic updates menu.
iOS 15.1, Apple Incorporated. 3.06 gigabytes.
And there it is.
Learn more button. iOS 15 brings audio and video enhancements to FaceTime. Learn more button. iOS 15 brings audio and video enhancements to FaceTime, including spatial audio and portrait mode. Shared with you resurfaces the articles, photos, and other shared content from your messages conversations in the corresponding app. Focus helps you reduce distractions by filtering out notifications based on what you are currently doing. Notifications have been redesigned, and a new notification summary delivers a collection of notifications so you can catch up on your own time. Maps delivers a beautiful redesign with a new three-dimensional city experience and augmented reality walking directions. Live Text uses on-device intelligence to recognize text and photos across the entire system and on the web. New privacy controls in Siri, Mail, and more provide transparency and give you more control over your data.
All right, and that's just the summary. If I was to tap in this Learn More,
Learn more button. Learn more.
then we
About
get
this
a whole
update,
list of things.
About this update, top of screen.
And let's see, how many pages is
Detection
this?
page 2 of 5. Page 1 of 5. Bullet.
This is only 5 pages, so I'm going to go ahead and let VoiceOver read this summary out loud, so that way users who are watching this video can make a decision right here and now as to whether or not they want to update right away. As of the recording of this video, the iOS 15 software has been out for a little over a month. It came out at the 1st of October, so they're already on 15.1, so they've already released one patch since it first came out. So without further ado, here is the summary.
Home screen pages. About this update. About this update. Heading. Done. Button. FaceTime. Bullet. List start. Spatial audio makes people's voices sound like they're coming from the direction in which they're positioned on the screen on group FaceTime calls. iPhone XS. iPhone XS Max. iPhone XR and later. Bullet. Voice isolation locks background noises so your voice is crystal clear. iPhone XS. iPhone XS Max. iPhone XR and later. Bullet. Wide spectrum brings all background noises into your call. iPhone XS. iPhone XS Max. iPhone XR and later. Bullet. Portrait mode blurs your background and puts the focus on you. iPhone XS. iPhone XS Max. iPhone XR and later. Bullet. Grid view displays up to 6 people at a time in group FaceTime calls in the same size tiles and highlights the current speaker. Bullet. FaceTime links allow you to invite your friends into a FaceTime call. Even friends on Android or Windows devices can join from their browser. List end. Messages and Memoji. Bullet. List start. Shared with you shows content sent to you by friends and messages conversations in a new section in Photos. Safari. Apple News. Apple Music. Apple Podcasts. Or the Apple TV app. Bullet. Pinned content elevates the shared content you choose and makes it more prominent and shared with you. Messages search. And the details view of the conversation. Bullet. Multiple photos sent and messages are displayed as a glanceable collage or a swipeable stack. Bullet. Over 40 Memoji outfit choices and up to 3 different colors to customize your Memoji stickers as clothing and headwear. List end. Focus. Bullet. List start. Focus lets you automatically filter notifications based on what you're currently doing, such as fitness, sleep, gaming, reading, driving, work, or personal time. Bullet. Focus uses on-device intelligence during setup to suggest apps and people you want to allow notifications from the focus. Bullet. Home screen pages can be customized to match your apps and widgets to a specific focus. Bullet. Contextual suggestions intelligently suggest a focus based on your context, using signals like location or time of day. Bullet. Status appears to your contacts and messages conversations, indicating your notifications are silenced with focus. List end. Notifications. Bullet. List start. A new look displays contact photos for people and larger icons for apps. Bullet. Notification summary delivers a helpful collection of your notifications daily. based on a schedule you set. Bullet. Notifications can be muted from any app or messaging thread for the next hour or for the day. List end. Maps. Bullet. List start. Detail city maps display elevation, trees, buildings, landmarks, crosswalks and turn lanes, and 3D views to navigate complex interchanges, and more in San Francisco Bay Area, Los Angeles, New York, and London. With more cities coming in the future, iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, iPhone XR and later. Bullet. New driving features include a new map that highlights details like traffic and incidents, and a route planner that lets you view your upcoming journey by choosing a future departure or arrival time. Bullet. Immersive walking directions show step-by-step directions in augmented reality. iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, iPhone XR and later. Bullet. Updated transit experience provides one-tap access to departures near you, makes it easy to see and interact with your route using one hand, and notifies you when approaching your stop. Bullet. Interactive 3D glow shows enhanced details for mountain ranges, deserts, forests, oceans, and more. iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, iPhone XR and later. Bullet. Redesign place cards make it easy to learn about and interact with places. And a new home for guides editorially curates the best recommendations for places you'll love. List end. Safari. Bullet. List start. Bottom tab bar is easier to reach and helps you move between tabs by swiping left or right. Bullet. Tab groups help you save and organize your tabs and easily access them across devices. Bullet. Tab overview grid view displays your open tabs. Bullet. Start page can be customized with a background image and new sections like privacy report, series suggestions, and shared with you. Bullet. Web extensions on iOS help you personalize your browsing and can be downloaded through the App Store. Bullet. Voice search lets you search the web using your voice. List end. Wallet. Bullet. List start. Home keys let you tap to unlock a supported home or apartment door lock. iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, iPhone XR and later. Bullet. Hotel keys allow you to tap to unlock your room at participating hotels. Bullet. Office keys allow you to tap to unlock your office doors for participating corporate offices. Bullet. Car keys with ultra-wideband help you unlock, lock, and start your supported car without having to take your iPhone out of your bag or pocket. iPhone 11 and iPhone 12 models. Bullet. Remote keyless entry functions on your car keys allow you to lock, unlock, honk your horn, preheat your car, or open your trunk on your supported vehicle. List end. Live text. Bullet. List start. Live text makes text interactive in your photos so you can copy and paste, look up, and translate in photos. Screenshot, quick look, Safari, and live previews with camera. iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, iPhone XR and later. Bullet. Data detectors for live text recognize phone numbers, emails, dates, street addresses, and more in photos so you can take action on them. Bullet. Live text is available from the keyboard, letting you insert text directly from the camera viewfinder into any text field. List end. Spotlight. Bullet. List start. Rich results brings together all the information you're looking for on contacts, actors, musicians, movies, and TV shows. Bullet. Photos can be searched from your photo library by locations, people, scenes, text in the photos, or other things in the photos.
And I'm going to pause it for a second and speed up the voiceover because it occurred to me that this might be a little slow for some of you.
Words, character, word, lines, musician speaking with 55, 60%. Rich results brings together all the information you're looking for on contacts, actors, musicians, movies, and TV shows. Bullet. Photos can be searched from your photo library by locations, people, scenes, text in the photos, or other things in the photos, like a dog or a car. Bullet. Web image search allows you to search for images of people, animals, monuments, and more. List end. Photos. Bullet. List start. New look for memories with a new interactive interface. Animated cards with smart, adaptive titles, new animation and transition styles, and multiple image collages. Bullet. Apple Music can be added to your memories for Apple Music subscribers, and personalized song suggestions combine expert recommendations with your music taste and what's in your photos and videos. Bullet. Memory mixes let you set the mood by selecting from different songs and a memory look to match. Bullet. New memory types include additional international holidays, child-focused memories, trends over time, and improved pet memories. Bullet. Info pane now displays rich information about the photo, like which camera and lens, shutter speed, file size, and more. Bullet. Visual lookup recognizes art, landmarks around the world, plants and flowers, books, and dog and cat breeds in your photos so you can learn more about them. List end, health, bullet, list start. Sharing lets you choose health data, alerts, and trends to share with people important to you or those who are caring for you, including your healthcare provider. Bullet, trends lets you see how a given health metric is progressing over time and can notify you when a new trend has been detected. Bullet, walking steadiness is a new metric that can assess your risk of falling and notify you if your walking steadiness is low. iPhone 8 and later. Bullet, verifiable health records enable you to download and store verifiable versions of COVID-19 vaccines and lab results. Bullet, lab results can now be pinned for quick access and include highlights that show how your labs have changed over time. List end, weather. Bullet, list start. A new design shows the most important weather information for that location and includes the maps modules. Bullet, weather maps can be viewed in full screen and show precipitation, temperature, and air quality in supported countries. Bullet, next hour precipitation notifications alert you when rain or snow is about to start or stop in Ireland, UK, and the US. Bullet, new animated backgrounds more accurately represent the sun position, clouds, and precipitation. iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, iPhone XR and later. List end, Siri. Bullet, list start. On-device processing means audio of your request does not leave your device by default, and means Siri is able to process many requests while offline. iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, iPhone XR and later. Bullet, share items with Siri lets you send on-screen items like photos, web pages, and maps locations to any of your contacts. Bullet, on-screen context can be used by Siri to refer to contacts on-screen to send them a message or place a call. Bullet, on-device personalization allows Siri speech recognition and understanding to improve privately. iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, iPhone XR and later. List end, privacy. Bullet, list start. Mail privacy protection protects your privacy by preventing email senders from learning about your mail activity, your IP address, or whether you opened their email. Bullet, Safari intelligent tracking prevention now also prevents known trackers from profiling you using your IP address. List end, iCloud Plus. Bullet, list start. iCloud Plus is a cloud subscription service that gives you premium features and additional iCloud storage. Bullet, iCloud Private Relay data sends your requests through two separate internet relays and encrypts the internet traffic leaving your device so you can browse Safari in a more secure and private way. Bullet, Hide My Email lets you create unique random email addresses that forward to your personal inbox so you can send and receive email without having to share your real email address. Bullet, HomeKit secure video supports connecting more security cameras without using your iCloud storage quota. Bullet, custom email domain personalizes your iCloud mail address and allows you to invite family members to use the same domain. List end, accessibility. Bullet, list start. Image exploration with VoiceOver allows you to get even more details about people and objects and learn about text and table data in photos. Bullet, VoiceOver image descriptions and markup let you add your own image descriptions that can be read by VoiceOver. Bullet, per app settings allow you to customize display and text size settings only for the apps you want. Bullet, background sounds play balance, bright, or dark noise, ocean, rain, and stream sounds continuously in the background to mask unwanted environmental or external noise. Bullet, sound actions for switch control enable you to control your iPhone with simple mouth sounds. Bullet, audiograms can be imported in settings so you can customize headphone combinations based on your hearing test results. Bullet, new voice control languages include Mandarin Chinese, China mainland, Cantonese, Hong Kong, French, France, and German, Germany. Bullet, memoji options including a cochlear implant, oxygen tubes, or a soft helmet. List end. His release also includes other features and improvements. Bullet, list start. Tags and notes and reminders help you quickly categorize your items to make them easy to find. And you can use custom smart folders and smart lists to automatically collect your notes and reminders based on rules you can define. Bullet, mentions and notes enable you to notify others of important updates in shared notes. And an all-new activity view displays all the recent changes in a note in a single list. Bullet, spatial audio with dynamic head tracking in Apple Music brings an even more immersive experience to Dolby Atmos music with AirPods Pro and AirPods Max. Bullet, system-wide translation lets you select text throughout the system and translate it with a tap, even in photos. Bullet, new widgets include Find My, Contacts, App Store, Sleep, Game Center, and Mail. Bullet, cross-app drag and drop function lets you pick up images, documents, and files from one app to another. Bullet, keyboard magnification loop magnifies the text when moving the cursor. Bullet, Apple ID account recovery contacts lets you to choose one or more people you trust to help you reset your password and regain access to your account. Bullet, temporary iCloud storage grants you as much iCloud storage as you need to create a temporary backup of your data, free of charge, for up to 3 weeks when you buy a new device. Bullet, Find My separation alerts notify you if you leave a supported device or item behind, and Find My will give you directions to your item. Bullet, game highlights of up to the last 15 seconds of gameplay can be saved using game controllers like the Xbox Series X vertical line S wireless controller or Sony PS5 DualSense trademark wireless controller. Bullet, App Store in-app events help you discover timely events within apps and games such as a game competition, a new movie premiere, or a live stream experience. List end. His release includes even more features and improvements. For more information, please visit this website, https://www.apple.com/ios/ios-15/features/link. For information on the security content of Apple software updates, please visit this website, https://support.apple.com/kb/ht2012222. Link. Empty list. Vertical scroll bar. 5 pages. 100% adjustable.
Okay, so that was quite a mouthful of information. And it ultimately boils down to you as to whether or not you want to do this upgrade. If you don't want to do it, then you'll need to go back and reverse the steps I did for turning the automatic downloads and automatic updates on, and make sure those are off so that your phone won't update without your consent. I don't think at this time they will install a brand new operating system without your consent. I think they still require your approval for that. But just as a safety precaution, you might want to turn automatic updates off if you have no plans to upgrade to iOS 15 right away. In my case, I have waited a month now since iOS 15 was first released to the public, and that is of course not including the 3 or 4 months that it was undergoing extensive beta testing. So I believe they have got most of those bugs ironed out by now. So we are going to go ahead and update. So with that in mind, no, without further ado, let's hit the done button.
About this update. About this update. Done button.
And then we'll
General,
scroll
background.
down to
Software up. Automatic. iOS 15. Learn more. Button.
download and install.
iOS 15 brings audio and for information. HTTPS. Download and install. Button. Secure text field is editing. Enter your passcode.
And I'm required to enter my iPhone passcode, so I will pause and come right back when that's done.
Alt-P.
All right, password has been entered, so we will hit the done button.
Cancel button. Enter passcode. Done button. Done. Download and install button. Terms and conditions heading.
And now we are presented with the terms and conditions. And I'm just going to summarize this because this is very long.
Please read the software license rows 1 to 4 for. Rows 1 to 4. Send by email button. Important. Please read the following terms before using your iOS device. By
Actually,
using your iOS device, you are agreeing to be bound by the iOS terms and conditions.
I actually won't have to summarize because they keep it collapsed.
A. iOS terms and conditions button. Please read the software license agreement license carefully before using your iOS device or downloading the software update accompanying this license. By using your iOS device or downloading a software update, as applicable, you are agreeing to be bound by the terms of this license. If you do not agree to the terms of this license, do not use the iOS device or download the software update. If you have recently purchased an iOS device and you do not agree to the terms of the license, you may return the iOS device within the return period to the Apple Store or authorized distributor where you obtained it for a refund, subject to Apple's return policy found at http://www.apple.com/legal/sales_policy/. Toolbar. Disagree button. If you do not, please read A. Please read important. Send by email. Terms and conditions. Terms and conditions heading.
So basically all this is telling you, this is just breaking down that you promise you're not going to tamper with the software or use it for illegal activities or try to disassemble it and make your own version of it and resell it to make money, those kind of things. So JAWS has a similar license agreement. So I'm going to just tap on the agree button down here.
Toolbar. Disagree. Agree button. Agree button. Agree. Alert. Terms and conditions. I agree to the iOS terms and conditions.
And they want me to confirm, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Cancel button. Agree button.
And yes, we'll double tap on agree again.
Toolbar. Agree button. General. Back button. Software update. Heading. Automatic updates. Off. But iOS 15.1. Apple Incorporated. Update requested.
And now it says update requested, so now it's going to download the update. It's over 3 gigabytes, and I do have a fiber optic internet setup here.
Outlook now.
We're going to silence all notifications. I don't want you hearing all my emails. So, but as I was saying, this is a 3 gigabyte download, so it's probably going to take it at least 10 minutes, even on my high-speed internet connection, because I'm actually doing this video on the opposite end of the house from the router, so it may take a little while for this download to complete. So since we're on Zoom, we're going to pause the video, and we will come back when the update has finished downloading, and I'll show you the process for installing it.
Alt-P.
Okay, so the update has now finished downloading.
Learn more. iOS 15.1. Apple Incorporated. Preparing update.
And now we're in the preparation stage. And this can take a little longer to do because during this stage, I believe it's actually still downloading stuff, but now it's actually more or less unzipping the installer and gathering the required information to begin the full installation process. And when this preparation stage is complete, the phone will give you a prompt saying, I will restart in about 10 seconds, and give you an option if you want to decline that install and do it later. In my case, we're going to let everything go on autopilot because I want it to go ahead and get it over with now.
Twitter now. At Nate Thompson.
And again, we're going to silence those pop-up notifications. I could turn on Do Not Disturb, I suppose, but the phone's going to restart soon anyway, and I don't want to silence notifications related to software updates, so that's why I haven't silenced anything.
Automatic updates off button. iOS 15.1 Apple Incorporated. Preparing update. Learn more. But iOS 15 for information. https general Mac software update heading automatic updates. iOS 15 learn more button. iOS 15 brings audio and video for information on the security. http for learn more. iOS 15.1 Apple Incorporated. Preparing update.
Yeah, so it's still saying preparing updates. So I'll probably go ahead and pause the camera again, since I've already explained what's going to happen. Just to recap, when this preparation stage is complete, an alert will pop up on your phone saying your phone will restart in your phone will begin installing the update in such and so amount of seconds. I believe they give you a 10-second warning, and if you want to, you can cancel the process. And what it will do is it won't actually erase the update or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that getting removed from your phone. But maybe you get an update notification that, hey, it's downloaded, but you're like, well, I need to go to work right now and I'll need my phone in the office, so I'm going ahead and doing the update download now so that I'll have it ready, but then I'll install it when I get back home from work in the evening. Well, that's what this feature is for. So it allows you to decline the update installation, but it still keeps the files on your system so that when it's time to update, you can do it even if you're in the car without an internet connection. And it will take a little while for it to do it. And during that actual installation process, of course, your phone will not be available for use. So I strongly recommend when you do a software update that if you don't have your phone set up to download them overnight, you might want to make sure you have plenty of things to do that don't require the use of your phone, because especially for a big update like this, I would expect it to probably take at least 5 to 10 minutes, if not longer, for the actual process to complete while your phone is inoperable, essentially. And once your phone comes back and you hear VoiceOver talk again, then you'll know you'll enter your passcode like normal, and then follow the setup instructions to continue the iOS upgrade.
Sleep vertical 9L.
And yeah, now you know how late I'm recording this video, because I just got my bedtime reminder. But we're going to disregard that for now because we got to get this update finished. Once you start, you're committed. So with that in mind, I'm going to pause the video again, and we'll wait until the preparation stage is done and the phone has restarted. All right, the phone hasn't restarted yet, but I decided to come back on because we're now getting a download progress bar, and it's just at 84%, as you can hear. So I want you to actually get to see the restart process when it happens.
86%. 87%. 88%. 89%. 90%.
Normally I would wait until it gets up to like 95% or something, but it could go all the way up super fast all of a sudden, and I don't want to miss anything.
Download progress 90%.
And just so you can see, if I go back
General, back button, general, card play, iPhone storage,
to
button,
iPhone storage,
iPhone 37.5 gigabytes. Recommendation, review large, save up to 1, voice memos, 5, iOS 15.1, 3.45 gigabytes.
you can see the size of the iOS update. And I actually checked this off camera about 2 minutes ago. It's grown about another 100 megabytes because it's up to 3.45 gigs in size. It was up to 3.35 gigs. So it's still inflating the update from the compressed size that it was in when it was first downloaded.
iPhone 30 general, back button, general. About button, software update, automatic update, iOS 15.1, download progress 90%.
So we're still at 90%. I guess I'll go ahead and take my chances and pause and come back when we've hit 95% or so. All right, I'm back on. It has finished the download.
Learn more, but iOS 15.1, Apple Incorporated, downloaded. Learn more, iOS 15, for information, HTTP, install now, button, install now.
And the install now button is here. It did not do an automatic install this time, probably because this was a full-blown OS instead of just a patch.
10, third general, back button, general. Picture and card, iPhone storage, iPhone. Voice memos, iOS 15.1, 3.49 gigabytes.
So the whole size is 3.49 gigs when it's fully inflated.
iOS 15.1, 3.49 gigabytes. Last used, today, button. General, back button, general, about, button. Software update, button. Automatic updates, on, install now, button. Selected, in alert, verifying update.
So now it's going through the verification process, and during this process it gets rid of it installs the new update, and then it removes the old operating system from the phone. So this process can take a bit of time, and those of you who are sighted, well, you can't see it yet because it hasn't happened, but when the phone comes back, it's restarting right now, and when it comes back on, the screen's going to light up, and there's going to be like a little progress bar that gradually goes up the screen from bottom to top. I don't see it yet, but I'm going to stay on camera until it comes back. I don't have much vision, but I do still have light perception, so I can still see bright lights. One way to verify, too, as a blind person as to what your phone is doing is to flip the mute switch back and forth. Normally, if your phone is awake and alert, the mute switch will actually nudge your phone when you flip it towards the mute mode. And if it's not doing that, that's a sign that your phone is busy doing something or is turned off. And mine did not nudge at all when I flipped the switch, so it tells me it's still off or still in the process of rebooting. But now there's a light on the screen. And so I'll try to hold this to the camera best I can, so that hopefully you can see the process of that bar as it's going up. And as you can tell by the bar's movement on the screen, if you can see that, you can understand why this process is a bit slow. So I'm going to come back when the phone has finished this and restarts, because it's not going to play any sounds or do anything until we finish this process. So I'll be back in just a moment.
Alt key.
All right, we are back, and the phone has just come back, and it made the little bloop sound that you always hear VoiceOver make and said good evening, probably because my wind down and do not disturb for sleep mode have kicked in. So I'm going to just touch the screen to wake it up.
Software update. Your iPhone has been updated to iOS 15.1.
All right, and we're on iOS 15.1.
Good evening. Alarm options button.
Yep, it's showing my sleep mode. I'm going to temporarily turn that off in Control Center.
Airplane wallet button. Page 2 of 2. Alarm button. Low power notes. Low alarm selected. Accessibility shortcut. Selected. VoiceOver button.
Whoa. Right away, I'll go and tell you, I noticed there's a huge amount of responsiveness in iOS 15 compared to the previous one. They've definitely worked on that a lot. And I'm not on the very latest iPhone with this software. I'm on the iPhone 12 mini. The iPhone 13 came out very recently, but I decided to go with last year's model to save a little cash.
One notification. Software update. Your control set timer. Wallet button. Void script alarm. Selected. Accessibility alarm. Low power notes. Low power alarm. Select screen. Voice wallet button.
Okay. It doesn't look like it's going to allow me to cancel sleep mode, so I'll just have to deal with that. But
alarm options. Good evening. Alarm options. Dismiss button. Dismiss button. 10:46 Wednesday. Software update. Your iPhone has been swipe up to unlock. Sky flashlight off. Swipe up to unlock. Flashlight off. Camera button. Enter passcode. Your passcode is required to enable Face ID.
okay, and we'll have to enter the code again, so be right back.
Okay.
All right, we're back.
5, 4. Cellular. 1 of passcode field. Your passcode is pass emergency. 1. Your passcode. Enter passcode. Enter passcode. Done.
And we'll tap done in the bottom right corner.
Mail. 91 unread emails. Double tap to open. App Store. TV. Double tap to open.
Wow, this is interesting. So apparently this iOS did not have setup instructions. Some of the earlier ones did, but I guess they decided it wasn't necessary. Either that, or because I waited until iOS 15.1 came out, they decided not to have those features built in. But if I was to open settings, for instance, we could go look at what we have new. And like I said, I'm just barely touching on the screen and it's going like all over the place. So it's a whole lot more responsive. So you're going to find one of the biggest things you're going to notice, I think, with iOS 15 is the fact that you don't have to bear down and scrub as hard on the screen to go to places as you used to have to do with older operating systems.
Health. Settings. Settings. Cellular button. Timothy Jones, Apple ID, iCloud, Media and Purchases button. iCloud Plus feature updates button.
And right now we have some iCloud Plus feature updates. We'll go check those out.
Heading. New features included with iCloud Plus. New features included with iCloud Plus. Image heading. Private relay beta heading level 4. Protect your Safari and unencrypted internet traffic heading. Image heading. Image heading. Image. More content available. A blue and white logo on a black background. Hide my email. Heading level 4. Create random image. Head. Image. Head. HomeKit secure video. Heading level. Set up recording for your cameras in the home app. Heading. Image. Head. Image. Family sharing. Heading level. Share with up to 5 family members. Heading. Image. Head. OK. Button. OK. Button. OK. Settings.
So it's just an advertisement.
iCloud. Heading. Apple ID. Back button. iCloud Plus, 248.9 gigabytes of 2 terabyte used. Photos, 9% managed storage. Photos, on, button. iCloud backup, off, button.
Now right away, I'm going to go ahead and turn iCloud backup back on.
Heading. iCloud backup, off. Automatically, iCloud backup, off. Automatically, iCloud backup, off. Double tap. Alert. Turn cellular to region tracking on. Image. Backup now, button. When not connected to Wi-Fi, use your cellular network to automatically back up to iCloud. Automatically backup, iCloud backup, heading, backup, heading. Backup. Heading. iCloud backup. On. Automatically backup over cellular. On. When not connected to Wi-Fi, use your cellular network to automatically back up to iCloud. This may backup now button. When not connected to Wi-Fi, use your cellular network to automatically back up to iCloud. This may cause you to exceed your cellular data plan.
Now I'm going to turn that feature off. It's a nice feature to have if you are one who has virtually unlimited data, but in my case, my carrier only gives me 2 gigabytes for my line, so I'm going to turn that feature off.
Backup over cellular. On. Off. When not backup now. Last successful backup. 9/26/21 at 12:28 a.m.
So if you have iCloud backup turned off on your phone, which you would have had to do if you wanted to follow the directions precisely that we've covered in this video, then you're going to want to make sure that you turn off that cellular feature unless you have an abundance of data.
Last successful iCloud back button. iCloud. iCloud backup on button. Keychain on button. Private relay data off button. Hide my email button. iCloud Drive on. iCloud Mail off. Contacts on. Calendars on. Reminders on. Notes on.
Yeah, so you can see they've changed a good bit here, and there's probably plenty of other places which I will discover moving forward. Like I said, when you do an upgrade like this, you have to do it sort of in the dark. You don't really have time to study it unless you have multiple Apple devices, which I don't. This is my only Apple device, save for some HomePods. So I don't really have a way to see what all this is about prior to doing these videos in that case. So, but Lord willing, in a future video, I will show you how we install Windows from scratch, and also do a second video on installing JAWS, either as a fresh installation on a new PC or as an upgrade from a previous version on your current PC. But for now, that will wrap it up for this video. Thank you for watching.
Sleep on.
Tech with Timothy, your home for accessible tech talk.